Hey, if you're a first-time home buyer, and that applies to anyone that hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years, stay tuned. We've got some new grants available, and I'm going to illustrate how that might affect you in a first-time home buyer market. Please like and subscribe to our channel to get more information about mortgage programs. But I'm going to jump right into Madison Heights. So this is a good first-time home buyer market. The price point is lower than most of Oakland County, Michigan. So you're going to see about $187 a square foot. Median list price is $178. There was a recent listing, only one, that came to market at $265. So that's why it's showing a little bit higher than the median list price. Days on market is increasing. Price decreased about a third is normal, so that's about normal. Relistings of zero, so that means that basically most of the houses coming to market are selling, and then they're not relisting because the sellers are getting what they want at some point. So the market action index, because there's only 10 houses on the market right now that are not under contract, it is showing that it's still a seller's market, but marketing times are increasing, and that means that you may be able to negotiate. And I'm going to show you how that may impact your financing options. So again, the other thing to keep in mind is we may see more inventory now that we're entering the spring market. So there were about 40 units for sale right before COVID. Now we're down to 10. Hopefully that's going to increase dramatically here soon. Also, another tool that we give all of our home buyers is this HomeBot buyers tool. And this gives you a heat map, and it kind of shows you where the markets are a little bit hotter and then other areas that may be a little bit less competitive. And so this will give you a visual representation. Obviously, you got to work with your realtor and figure that out, but we're going to get your loan underwritten and approved, get your loan commitment. We're going to make you more like a cash buyer. So when you do go with your agent to make an offer, you're going to have a better chance of negotiating a deal that's favorable to you. And so here's a home in that market, Madison Heights, that I was mentioning. Looks like it's been beautifully renovated, so this could be a home that you might want to make an offer on. And then I'm going to just show you how these things could impact your financing. So again, if you're going to qualify for this grant, in general, with rates where they're at today, you would have hopefully lower debt. And then as rates come down, that will improve the buying power on this particular grant program. But what we're going to take a look at here is two options. And again, this is based on today's rates. They change all the time. But if you're a moderate income first-time home buyer and you were looking at what's called a no-point loan, a lower closing costs, including taxes, insurance, you would be looking at a payment somewhere in the $1,800 range. And you could have as little to close as $1,000 if you were to obtain a $12,500 grant. And so obviously that's fantastic. The $1,000 needs to come from you or potentially a family member. If you could negotiate a deal with the seller where they're going to contribute to lowering your payment for the first 2 years of your mortgage, it's called a buy down. That is also an option. And so your payment could be even sub $1,600 with the same cash to close of about $1,000. That's your minimum contribution. And so that is something that we can discuss after you've gone through the qualification process. And again, I would recommend everyone get their applications in soon. The new increases in the grants take place in late February, but I anticipate there will be a lot of applications. It may take a little while to get you through underwriting and get your grant approved. But once you do that, you're already approved, and your realtor will definitely be able to have a stronger negotiating hand when you go make offers on homes. So we've got the tools that I've outlined in the comment section below. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to us directly. And again, these are things that you should be taking into consideration regardless of what lender you would be using. But again, take advantage of these grant programs. And lastly, I just want to also point out, if you're thinking about renting again, 15 years from now, if that home that I just outlined went up in value 4% a year, you would have a net worth and equity in 15 years about $240,000 if that were to happen, a 4% appreciation. And your landlord is not going to send you a check back in 15 years. So if you can get into your first house now, please work with someone to get approved and go buy your first home. It's a great idea. Over the long term, houses are going to continue to go up in value, and that's a function of demographics. So don't let people talking about bad about the housing market. If you've got to deter you, if you've got a long enough time frame, I'm confident that this is going to be a great investment for you, especially versus renting. Take care. Bye-bye.